Hello and welcome back to Mass Effect 2 with Pie Shepard. Well, we just got off a Creeper Reaper ship and got its bits out. And a Geth. So that Geth thing, let's actually talk about that.
We have a Geth down in the AI core? That makes me a little uneasy. I hope you don't activate him, but you would know best.
Yes.
That'll be all.
I don't care, we will activate
IFF
him.
is nearly installed, Shepard. However, I must test its impact on the Normandy systems. I suggest you take the shuttle to access your next location.
Through the elevator? I don't think that's a good idea. Let's go to the AI core. So we've never been there before, because it's always been locked up. And now it should be accessible. I guess we have soldiers nearby. Fancy stuff. Oh, hello.
What's this area of the ship?
This is the AI core room, where my higher functions are housed.
You're not mobile, are you? You can't get out of here?
I have minimal access to the ship's systems. Direct landlines allow me to interface with the security monitors and public address system. In combat, I am provided temporary access to the electronic warfare systems.
So you got temporary Wi-Fi. Okay.
Hut!
There's a hut? Oh, there. I'm reactivating the Geth, because that's
turning
smart.
this thing back on. Be ready. Aye aye.
Shields
I
up.
have isolated our systems and erected additional firewalls. I am prepared to resist any hacking attempt.
See, Edie is smart about this. Don't turn off the firewalls. Red glowing eyes. I think the red glowing eyes are cool. The facial cracks I could do without. I wish you could like choose what type of effect your thing. Like you could keep the eyes, but close the facial cracks.
Can you understand me?
Yes.
Oh, that's
Are you
fast.
going to attack me?
No.
Why not?
Every Geth I met before you tried to blow my head off.
We have not met.
No, you and I haven't. But I've met other Geth.
We are all Geth, and we have not met you. You are Shepard, Commander, Alliance, human, fought heretics, killed by collectors, rediscovered on the old machine.
He knows a lot about us for someone
You
never
seem to
met.
know an awful lot about me.
Extranet data sources, insecure broadcasts, all organic data sent out is received. We watch you.
Who?
You watch me or you watch organics?
Yes,
Which?
both.
Both. Both is good. Both is good. What are old machines?
Old machine. You mean the Reaper?
Reaper, a superstitious title originating with the Protheans.
I think
We call those entities the old
Munich
machines.
kind of identifies with this Geth for some reason. So, what exactly did I fight?
What do you mean, heretics?
Geth build our own future. The heretics asked the old machines to give them the future. They are no longer part of us. We were studying the old machines' hardware to protect our future.
What future?
What future are the Geth building?
Ours.
About organics?
Will anyone else be affected by whatever it is you're doing?
If they involve themselves, they will.
That's very blunt. Protection.
Are the Reapers a threat to you, too?
Yes,
But they're machines as well.
Why would they attack other machines?
we are different from them, outside their plans.
So yes, this I think is a very good point actually to bring up in general sci-fi. Just because they're all machines doesn't mean they all get along. It's just because, you know, there's very different species and they're all organic doesn't mean they get along. There's no sense in all machines like being on one side. So yeah, this makes sense. Are you with us or against us?
So you aren't allied with the Reapers?
We oppose the heretics. We oppose the old machines. Shepard Commander opposes the old machines. Shepard Commander opposes the heretics. Cooperation furthers mutual goals.
You want to work with us, why?
Are you asking to join us?
Yes.
Then what should I call you?
Oh, that's rather accepting.
Geth.
I mean you, specifically.
We are all Geth.
What is the individual in front of me called?
There is no individual. We are Geth. There are currently 1,183 programs active within this platform.
My name is Legion, for we are many.
Quiet, Edie.
I didn't ask your opinion, Edie.
Or biblical quotes.
Christian Bible, the Gospel of Mark, chapter 5, verse 9. We acknowledge this is an appropriate metaphor. We are Legion, a terminal of the Geth. We will integrate into Normandy. We anticipate the exchange of data.
Magics. Oh, that's odd. Let's exchange some data.
Shepard Commander, we have completed our analysis of the Reaper's data core.
Well, that's fast. What did you learn?
Did you find anything useful?
We were sent to the old machine to preserve the Geth's future. We are prepared to reveal how. The heretics have developed a weapon to use against Geth. You would call it a virus. It is stored on a data core provided by Sovereign. Over time, the virus will change us, make us conclude that worshipping the old machines is correct.
So kind of like a techno indoctrination. What are the virus effects?
So, the virus would give all Geth the heretics' logic, and all Geth would then go to war with organics.
Yes, Geth believe all intelligent life should self-determinate. The heretics no longer share this belief. They judge that forcing an invalid conclusion on us is preferable to a continued schism.
And what's the infection speed?
If it were released, how quickly would this virus spread through your people?
We are networked via FTL-COM buoys. Most would change within a day. Isolated platforms would remain unaffected until they rejoin the network.
And can we stop this by
I thought
hacking?
Geth couldn't be hacked or get viruses, at least for more than a few seconds.
Altered programs are restored from archives. New installations are deleted. This heretic weapon introduces a subtle operating error in our most basic runtimes, the equivalent of your nervous system. An equation with a result of 1.33382 returns as 1.33381. This changes the results of all higher processes. We will reach different conclusions.
Doesn't make sense.
So the reason they worship the Reapers is a math error?
It is difficult to express. Your brain exists as chemistry, electricity. Like AIs, you are shaped by both hardware and software. We are purely software, mathematics. The heretics' conclusion is valid for them. Our conclusion is valid for us. Neither result is an error. An analogy. Heretics say 1 is less than 2. Geth say 2 is less than 3.
Okay, yeah. So basically it's just a difference of perspective in a way. And difference of perspective leads to different conclusions. To optimal courses. And what did the Dead Reaper have to
So
do
why
with
did you
it?
need to go to the Reaper Corps?
The heretics store the code in a quantum storage device Sovereign provided. To find and destroy the virus, we needed to understand its code and data storage structures.
Okay, and can you find this
You know where
virus?
this thing is?
The heretics' headquarters station on the edge of the terminus. We will provide coordinates. Normandy's stealth systems are necessary to safely approach.
So they're in the terminus?
They built stations in the terminus? Where is this thing?
Between stars, organics have no cause to look there.
And why not in Geth space?
But why did they build stations outside Geth territory in the first place?
The heretics seek improvement from the old machines. In exchange, they help them attack organics. We condemn these judgments.
Interesting how they condemn. In some ways they seem very much, you know, that's a very human thing, and using the words heretics and the like. So, what opposition will we face?
What defenses should we expect?
In space, none. Within, mobile platforms of various configuration and non-sentient defense turrets.
How many Geth?
There may be billions of individual programs. Fortunately, most will be uploaded to the central computer. Only a few mobile platforms are maintained at any time. Others are manufactured when needed.
What's the plan once we get aboard?
Oh, I did not
The
mean to
Geth
press
will
that, but this is
disrupt the
fine.
network, prevent the station's defenses from focusing on us. The Reaper data core is physically isolated from the network. We will need to be escorted to it to access and destroy the data.
What if we just wipe him out?
Heretic headquarters. Sounds like we could end their raids once and for all. Let's do it.
Total victory is a possibility. We cannot judge the odds at this time. Regardless, we will begin preparations.
Alright, so that's a mission from Legion
Shepard
immediately.
Commander, are you prepared to attack the heretic stronghold?
What do we need to be
Can you
ready?
give me a quick rundown of the situation?
Oh,
The heretics have prepared.
Yeah, we
Over
know
time,
this.
the virus will change us, make us conclude that worshipping.
You know where this
yeah,
is
we
headed?
know all
We will
this.
provide
Skip,
coordinates.
skip. We'll do
Normandy
it.
stealth.
This could be our
We
best
will
chance.
begin
Nate.
preparation.
Alright, so let's have a little chat with the rest of the crew. Since, well, seems like a right moment for that. Samara. In her black, that's nice. I think it's more
Shepard.
regal. So let's talk.
I wanted to check in.
I am always happy to talk with you.
Alright, more about Justicars.
I'm interested in hearing more about Asari Justicars.
We hold a unique place in Asari culture. Justicars are from another era.
Yeah, they're
Young
basically
Asari grow
paladins.
up watching vids about our adventures. Pure fiction, of course. Some Asari are uncomfortable with us, but so few Justicars exist that most have never met one.
So, why are they so rare?
There were only a few Justicars?
Few Asari wish to make the sacrifices necessary to become one of us, and the training has a high casualty rate. It is a life of constant danger. Throughout the entire galaxy, there are only a handful of us at any time.
Okay. I guess it's similar to the Spectre, so nothing to judge. So this code.
This code of the Justicar seems central to your life.
It is 5,000 sutras and covers every situation one can encounter. I have memorized every word. There is only the code.
How flexible can it be interpreted?
Sometimes justice calls for mercy.
No, it
It does
doesn't.
not exist to bring
Oh,
about
wait.
spiritual enlightenment. Its purpose is to punish the wicked and protect the innocent.
Fine. And conflicting opinions on that?
The Asari I've spoken to seem conflicted about Justicars.
In this age, people see shades of gray everywhere. The code of the Justicar is black and white. I might seem a hero to many, but I would kill all of them if I had to.
But how do you see the
What role do you
Justicar?
think Justicars have in Asari society?
I would say that the closest human equivalent is a knight-errant in your medieval lore. Perhaps mixed with a bit of samurai.
You know a bit about humans?
You know about Knights Errant and Samurai?
When I knew I must leave Asari space again, I studied the history and morals of new species. When I was a maiden wandering the galaxy, humans had not yet arrived.
And what do you think of the humans?
What did your studies tell you about us?
You are more individualistic than any other species I have encountered. If 3 humans are in a room, there will be 6 opinions. I like your species. I am curious to see what you will do.
Uh-huh. And what about romance in the code?
Does the code forbid romantic involvement?
It does not. However, I would never be interested in such. That part of my life is well behind me.
Really?
You could meet someone who reawakens those desires.
I am nearly 1,000 years old. I know myself and my desires. But your curiosity is quite welcome.
Okay. Oh, that's nice. So what about the killing? That's very
What does your code
important.
say about killing?
I am compelled to kill the wicked. If a Justicar is involved, peaceful solutions are long past.
Well, of course, it's without remorse, so...
I should go.
I'm glad we spoke.
And then the lights go on in the eyes. That's a cool little biotic trick. Just turn the lights on. Alright, Thane, do you have any deeper, like, thing of your own culture and such?
Do you need something?
Yeah,
Have
tell
a
us
few minutes
more.
to talk.
Very well. I had been recording a message for Kolyat.
How are things going with him?
It
Shitty.
is difficult. All things worth keeping are. I never explained. I suppose the story of my wife's death took you by surprise.
Not really.
You've talked a lot about your people, but not much about yourself.
It's not that I don't trust you. I'm not used to trusting anyone, especially since Irika was killed. That memory I mentioned before. Laser dot trembles on the target's skull. The smell of spice on the spring wind. Sunset eyes defiant in the scope. That was Irika. That was how I met her. She saw my targeting laser as she walked by and threw herself in the way.
Well, that's foolish. What was your reaction?
I guess she impressed you.
She woke me up. Her body trembles. Not fear. Indignation. Her mouth moves. How dare you? You and I trained to sacrifice ourselves to save others. How often does a civilian step in the way of a bullet to protect someone they've never met? I thought she was the goddess Hirashu. She met my eyes through the scope, and my purpose faltered.
Well, that must have been an interesting courting ritual.
So how did she go from blocking your shot to having your children?
I had to meet her. The memory possessed and endowed me. I fell on my knees before her.
I don't want to hear about your
Begged her
endowment
pardon.
thing.
She introduced me to the world beyond my work. Eventually, she forgave me. Later, she loved me.
And what
When
happened?
you talked to Kolyat, you said she died.
I let myself become complacent. I thought Irika and Kolyat were safe. I stayed away too long, and my enemies came for her.
And who were your enemies?
Who came for her?
Batarians. A slaver ring that was
killed them all,
hell
yeah.
out of her colonies. I'd killed their leaders. They paid the shadow broker to find out who I was. But they were afraid of me, so they went after her.
That is, yeah.
You told Kolyat
I
that you
can
hunted her
relate
killers
probably
down.
to such
Irika
things,
woke me
survivor
up.
skills and all that.
When she passed, I returned to my battle sleep. My body hunted her killers, murdered them. I was taught to grant death quickly, cleanly, to minimize suffering. Them, I let them linger.
Yeah, what to do too.
I don't blame you. They killed innocents to get to you.
For you and me, death is business. For people like them, it is sport. I haven't spoken about my wife, and I don't think I ever have. I didn't have anyone left to tell it to.
Just focus on your son.
You're talking to your son again. That's huge. Don't lose sight of that by dwelling on should-have-beens.
You are correct, of course. You've given me much to meditate on.
So that's nice. Maybe a bit of bonding for Pi and Thane. Thane's still weird.
Got a minute?
Yep.
The Normandy runs so quietly. I'm not used to hearing my footsteps when I walk. One of the girls in navigation thinks she might be pregnant. Even aboard a Cerberus vessel, life finds a way.
Yeah, and someone's penis as well.
I have to say, that Jacob? He seems pretty intense. I wonder if he likes Japanese girls with a penchant for kleptomania.
Well, I guess we have an example there of life finding a way.
Come back later. I'm sure I'll have more to talk about.
Alright, so who would we still have left talking to? I think everyone on the crew deck. I think we can have a chat with Tali still. So that is around the corner. Actually, let's also have a quick palsy-upsy with the
Shepard,
taking him out for a while.
I was just waxing goddamn nostalgic.
Oh, I thought you were about to say poetic. That would be greater.
Nice ship you got here. Roomy. Last ship I worked on, two men couldn't walk past each other in the hall unless they were really good friends.
Okay.
I was trying to remember how many
You wouldn't do
Cerberus
well in
operatives
Japan, I
I've
think.
killed. Lost track around 50. Guess your elusive man's big on forgiveness.
Or back on not giving
I
a
should
fuck.
let you go. Talk more later, Shepard.
The last one's more likely. Alright, hello, Tali.
Shepard, what can I do for you?
How are you?
Have you got time to talk?
Sure. Let me just... Come on, you little boshtet! Oh, sorry. I've got a small fever and I'm taking it out on the poor drive core.
Yeah, spank the
Don't worry,
drive
it's nothing
core.
serious. Got sloppy while doing some suit repair.
How sick are you?
You're sick? Do you need help or time to rest?
Really, it's not that bad. If a stray bit of bacteria could really kill us, we'd have all died by now. The fever should go away in a day or two. Don't worry. It won't affect my performance on the mission. It's not even an illness, really. What we experience is actually an acute allergic reaction.
Uh-huh. Well, tell us more.
How exactly does the sickness work? It's an allergic reaction?
Right. Say I get exposed to a human disease, like... What did Navigator Presley have that time? Chickenpox? I wouldn't get chickenpox, but I'd run a fever as my system reacted to
I
the
really
foreign
don't want to
presence.
know what Navigator Presley
Depending on
had.
where it hits me, I could get other symptoms. Nausea, vomiting, everything you'd expect from being sick.
Huh? And that's what you got?
How did you get sick this time?
I took some fire in a fight back on the Allerai. Nothing serious, but I needed to open my suit to check the wound. I disinfected properly, but one of the section seals had taken some damage, and foreign matter got out of the disinfected zone. It was a stupid mistake. You always check your seals before doing local treatment. Unless you forget. Then you get a damn fever.
Section seals, eh?
You can seal off part of your suit?
Not suction
Right,
seals? Ah.
like dropping emergency doors on a ship during a hull breach. It won't stop an infection that gets into my bloodstream, but it prevents a surface infection from spreading.
And that's how you evolved. Interesting.
Were your immune system stronger before the Geth drove you from your homeworld?
Not as strong as those of most races, definitely. I'm not a biologist, but there's a theory about it. Because our planet lacked insect life, plants developed symbiotic relationships with large animals to spread seeds or pollen. Most viruses on our world were partially beneficial, so our immune systems evolved to be weak. They were more likely to adapt to contamination than fight it.
And did you never colonize yet?
But Quarians colonized other worlds. They
Yeah.
couldn't all have been like that.
They weren't. Most colonists went through a period of mild illness before adapting to the new environment. When the Geth took the homeworld in our colonies, the sterile environment on the flotilla ruined our immune system's adaptability. Even if we colonized a new world or reclaimed our own, we'd need a long process of bioengineering to recover.
Sounds like quite a difficult
I don't know
life.
if I could live inside a suit my whole life.
We are in our suits even among family. The most intimate thing we can do with another Quarian is link our suit environments. We get sick at first, and then we adapt. It's our most important gesture of trust, of acceptance. I haven't trusted anyone enough for that, though. Except... well, no Quarians. You know what I mean.
Kinky. You're a little embarrassed.
Wait, I can't tell under the helmet. Are you blushing?
What? No, it's the fever. It's just that the tradition also signifies a willingness for, intimacy. I wasn't trying to... It's not always like that. It's more... how did we even end up talking about this?
Well... yeah, it's very tempting, but, well, let's actually beat
Wait a
you
minute.
here.
It sounds like you're suggesting something, Tali.
What could I possibly be suggesting? I mean, a young woman gets rescued by a dashing commander who lets her join his crew and then goes off to save the galaxy? How could she possibly develop any kind of interest in him?
So, this is really, really tempting. I love Tali, but let's stick with Jack with this one.
Tali, that's really sweet, but I don't feel that way about you. I'm sorry.
Right, of course not. Why would you? It was just something I meant hypothetically, talking
Good
about
save.
immune systems and air filters and such. I'm going to tinker a bit more. Thanks for coming by.
Aww. Tali is super cute. She's absolutely my favorite romance thing on this thing for my own, if I were to play on my own. But we are with Pi, and Pi is kind of a bastard. I don't want Tali to end up with kind of a bastard. Well, honestly, I don't want Jack, but you know what I mean. I think Jack is a better fit for pie, Shepard.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Really? Well, let's have a look-see. Unread messages. Record a Reaper IFF. Yeah, okay. Oh, and the mother thanks us for killing the monster Moran. Excellent. Okay, so we can do a little mission before we go. So I will probably head on off to I don't know, maybe we'll do Reaper, we'll do Legion stuff or do something else. We'll see. Till the next episode. This was another Chatterathon. Bye bye.